Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 11. We are here to present implementation of two-step verification. My name is Davantanti Sukarmin and my partner name is Fahkusi Willy Izazi. In here we will talk about the introduction of two-step verification, the basic theory, the problem analysis, and the conclusion. First, the introduction. Two-step verification, or also known as two-factor authentication, is an online account security feature that requires you to validate your identity twice in one of them. If you try to log in into your Google account, for example, you will normally require the input of social code provided by the SMS after entering the combination password. The security system has been shown to be effective in preventing the theft of person digital privacy. Privacy issues should be kept as private as possible, because if they are misused by irresponsible parties, the result could be disastrous. Next is the basic theory. History of two-step verification. Password, as we know, them now have almost 60-year history. Passwords have remained largely unchanged for over the last 60 years. Users have only need password to access application or web page since the beginning. Unfortunately, as hackers become more proficient, the security of password is becoming increasingly questioned. Furthermore, the passwords have number of flaws, including people forget easily. Everyone has one thing in common: forgetfulness. In the same way, memorizing password is difficult. If someone just to check in into an account regular basis, the password is likely to be forgotten. The next one is if you have multiple accounts. Someone with a lot of accounts will require a lot of passwords for each one. People frequently use the same passwords for many accounts in order to keep all their passwords memorable. The last one is too simple. Many users use basic password for their account to avoid issues mentioned above, forgetting password or having multiple accounts. According to the Hacker News, the majority of the 1.4 billion password hacked in 2017 were as easy as 111, 12345 or QWERTY. Hacker will have an easy time cracking the password because it's too simple to guess. The development of two-step verification is a direct result of the password issue discussed earlier. In addition to the password, the preference of this two-step verification will offer an additional layer of security. As a result, the password security gap should be reduced. Next is problem analysis. The function of two-step verification. This two-step verification feature added an extra layer of security to the accounts in online security service. Many social networks like Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter have used this security method to safeguard the security of user account. Other online business such as Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Dropbox, PayPal, WhatsApp, and others use this security as well. The goal of this software is to give user a sense of security when dealing with a danger of cybercrime.
Next is how two-step verification work. The first one is account owners who use a two-step verification system will usually be asked to enter phone number information as a complement to data from their social media accounts. Second, when using two-step verification, the system will assign verification code to the previously registered phone number. And the last one, if the account owner is asked to fill in code column on the social media page, usually a 6-digit to send a phone number. The essential thing to remember is that no matter which type you choose, setting up the step verification takes only a few minutes. After you've done this, you'll be a lot safer online. You will not be need to enter the PIN or present your fingerprint every time you use a service. Depending on how it is configured, you will only be required to do so when suspicious behavior is identified, such as a login attempt from a different device or a request to change the password. Next is implementation of two-step verification. Here actually the two-step verification method has many types. There are some examples of commonly used two-step verification. The first is hardware tokens. When you wish to log in, This hardware token is usually a USB that must be inserted into a computer or mobile phone. This approach is considered one of the most traditional of the two-step verification procedures. Despite its effectiveness, this approach has a number of disadvantages. Some of them are costly to produce and the chance of them being lost are high. Next is to SMS OTP or a one-time passcode. They will be sent a SMS using the method voice-to-step verification is a version of this approach in which you will receive a voice call providing a login code. Next, next is email from two-step verification. You will receive a code or PIN via email if you use the email method. Unfortunately, because email can be accessed from anywhere, this method is less secure, unlike the authenticator software, which can only be accessed via certain cell phones. Next, next is software that acts an authenticator. This approach generates a PIN using apps on your phone, such as a Google Authentication and Authy. This PIN will change automatically when a set amount of time has passed. Example is 30 seconds. And the last one is scanners with biometric data like fingerprint, retina, and facial scans are example of biometric scanning. You will be asked to scan your face, retina, or fingerprint, entering after entering the password to authenticate your identity. Next, chapter 4 is conclusion. Finally, we had a conclusion from our discussion that is two-factor authentication is a security when you want to log into an account, we will be asked for two-login authentication. For the backup code, you can save it properly so that one day, if there are a problem with two-factor authentication, you can use the code to bypass login.
That's all for our presentation. Thank you for watching and listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.